Hi everyone, it's Gigi, and I've been feeling a lot like making videos instead of writing blogs, and so I thought I would try that today with you, and I hope you appreciate it. I'm not a person who always clicks the arrow button to watch a video. I often like to read, but I know a lot of you would rather just click that arrow button and hear me talk rather than just read. So what I got nudged into this by was that I have a little tendonitis in my thumb, and so I just finished doing a lot of work on the computer preparing the workbook to go with Worry Less Now, and so a little sore in the hand. So a perfect opportunity to choose, instead of writing a blog, to do a video blog. And the topic I thought I would choose was connection and peace. And of course, that's related to these times we're going through now, where I have felt a great need for those two things, connection with others and peace. So on the connection part, I don't know, some of you might remember that old song called I Am an Island. You know, I used to be quite a bit of a loner. I had my one female friend that I would go drinking with, and then I'd have my man that was my most important thing in my life, and then I just focused on achieving and doing, and so I was pretty well kind of numbed out and didn't really feel that I didn't know this deep down, but I couldn't connect. You know, I could have those bar conversations where you had the illusion of connecting, but I wasn't really connecting person to person, heart to heart with anybody else. And actually it was quite lonely. Now that I find so many years later, after a lot of personal growth, being in recovery from alcoholism and drug addiction, and a lot of therapy, I find myself during this time especially wanting to connect with positive and hopeful and loving friends and others. So because I'm in a 12-step program, I have the blessing of being able to connect with all those people on Zoom and hear messages of hope and love and care, and that's been a huge help to me during the COVID virus time. Reconnecting with people that don't live close to where I live now, and so, you know, during tough times, I think it's really hard to tough it out alone. And of course, one way of doing that is to just numb ourselves with alcohol, drugs, etc. And that really does not solve anything. It just makes us feel worse. So let's go to the peaceful part. I find that it's very hard, especially now, to remain peace of mind, to have peace of mind inside me, because my mind sees all these things going on around us and then constructs this reality that's gonna get me and perceives it as a threat, even though right now in this moment I'm perfectly fine. So I am the former queen of worry, and so I've learned a lot of techniques to help myself through the fear and the anxiety and the worry about what's going on around me. And that has enabled me to focus inside and bring peace into my body and my mind and my spirit. So how do we do that? Well, I think you know, if you're not feeling too peaceful or you're getting rattled, one of the best ways is to start guided meditations. The research on meditation is so impressive. The part of the brain that's responsible for fight or flight actually shrinks in people who meditate. And you don't have to do it in any particular way or any specific amount of time. There are guided meditations and places to learn how, but it's basically getting still and learning to notice your thoughts, and then to not jump on the thought and ride it all the way into the future, but to detach from the thought and go back to your breathing or your body. And as you can see, this would be fabulous practice for learning how to gain peace, because part of what our minds do is they convince us that things are crazy, when really right now nothing is crazy. It's just a thought or a feeling. So meditation is a key piece of me finding a way to be centered and not afraid. Another big one, of course, is talking to healthy and hopeful people. And so that's why connection is so important here. And, you know, you can join study groups or that meet up, or especially groups that are studying books or podcasts or audios that you find might be inspiring or uplifting and give you hope. Even watching movies like, you know, the Fred Rogers movies or uplifting movies, reading uplifting and hopeful kinds of books and listening to hopeful podcasts. It's a matter of taking where the space is in my mind and choosing, instead of using it to worry, choosing instead to fill it with loving, hopeful messages. So I think I'm gonna close here because it's been about 6 minutes and I wanted to make these videos short and sweet. So I hope you found some of these ideas helpful, and you can always find me at gigilanger.com, GIGILANGER.com. Thanks a lot.